Hello y'all, welcome back. I am back again for another video for today. So this video is going to be about this ain't no blessing. And you're probably wondering what that is. Okay, let's start with this example. You live alone. You're an adult. You rent. You purchased your home. You meet a mate. You haven't even known this person no more than 5 years, maybe 2, maybe 1 year. So this what ain't no blessing. This ain't no blessing, y'all. When you move 6 to 12 minors in your home, along with the mate that you're intimate with, their elderly parents, their elderly aunts and uncles, you moved anywhere from 6 to 12 to 15 people in your house. That ain't no blessing. And I'm getting ready to explain to you why. You're being used. And the likelihood of those being psychopaths or narcissists is very, very high. That ain't no blessing. Your side effects are going to be aging out fast, stress, a feeling of anger that you've never felt in your entire life. Stomach aches, headaches, migraines. You're sick. Your blood pressure is high now. Because that ain't no blessing. None of these people are blood related to you. This man or woman that you've gotten with, their kids, their relatives, their mamas, their daddies, their nieces, nephews, uncles, aunts, they kids, they grandkids, ain't none of those people blood related to you. A lot of times you're not even legally married to the person. And don't you think for 1 second, well, oh, I'm going to make it right by getting married. No, what you're going to do is lose your property. You're going to be paying child support for some kids that ain't even yours. Yes, in some states they do that, y'all. You got to pay child support. You got to pay alimony to your husband or wife for their kids that ain't even blood related to you. Because what you got yourself into ain't no blessing. I ain't never seen it be a blessing. This is a blessing. You were living alone. Maybe you met your future husband or wife. Maybe they had 1 or 2 kids that were still living with them. Maybe no kids at all. Maybe all their kids are grown. Those are blessings. Why did it happen to you? You were a sitting duck. Before you met these people, did you feel lonely? Did you ask the Lord to send you people in your life and in your house so you didn't feel lonely? Well, guess what? When you said that prayer out loud, the devil heard that prayer too. And those people were sent to you by the devil, not by no Lord. So, okay, this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to name drop. I'm going to give you some examples of how horrific this can turn out, even just by helping one person. Fair use, y'all. FBI regulations of fair use. When you start name dropping, you got to protect yourself. I don't care how small or big your YouTube channel is. So let's start here. And I'm going to name drop right here. I'm going to start with Dwayne Wade. Yeah, the famous basketball star, married to Gabrielle Union. Let me explain to you a little history about this gentleman, or this man, or this whatever you want to call him. I apologize, Lord, for calling him a gentleman, because that ain't no gentleman. Ain't no man that's a gentleman or a righteous man dressing his son up like no girl and exploiting him like that. I hope that man go to hell, y'all. That's where he needs to go. Doing his little boy like that. But anyway, that ain't Gabrielle Union's son. Zion Wade, now they're calling him Zaya Wade. I ain't calling him Zaya, because I'm not committing that sin. That's a boy. He was born as a boy. So let me explain to you the history of this case so you'll understand why it ain't no blessing to be helping all these people. Let me explain to you what happened to this woman because she helped Dwayne Wade. Siobhan Funches Wade, she helped and was married. She was married. I apologize. She was married to Dwayne Wade. That was his first wife. Siobhan's mother took Dwayne Wade in when he was a young teenager and helped him because his parents were addicts. She took him in. Dwayne Wade came to Siobhan Funches Wade door, mom's door, with a bunch of black garbage bags. And he was the victim, so he claimed, and he needed this help. He was fleeing from his drug-addicted parents and his abusive dad. His abusive dad was beating up on his drug-addicted mom. And the dad also, I think, had like an alcohol addiction and maybe had been on other drugs. But Dwayne Wade's mom was definitely on drugs. So Siobhan Funches Wade, mom, claiming to be a Christian woman, trying to do the Christ-like thing, took this demon in. And the demon is Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is the demon I'm referring to. I don't care. When I name drop, I've lost all respect for you. I don't care. Okay? So, at this point, she takes him in. Dwayne Wade is a little boy. He uses her, abuses her daughter, physically and mentally, and then takes her kids from her. And now he's exploiting her youngest son, dressing him up as a girl or woman, and allowing his demonic wife, Gabrielle Union. I used to really like her. I used to think she was the most prettiest, beautiful woman with the most beautiful smile in this universe. No, I no longer look at her like that. When I see her now, I just see demonic energy. She's exploiting Zion Wade. Now they're calling him Zaya Wade. She's exploiting this woman's son. But guess what? Dwayne Wade grew up and he got all those riches. And who did he take care of? His biological mom that was on drugs. He cared very little about his ex-wife, Siobhan, and her mother that brought him in. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel right here that talks about the Siobhan case. And you will see all these videos on this playlist about this. And it wasn't no blessing for her. She did all of that for Dwayne Wade. He went no contact, discarded her and her daughter, the mom and her daughter, Siobhan. And his riches went to his real biological mother that was on drugs, that abandoned him and didn't take care of him. That's why it ain't no blessing. First of all, when she took Dwayne Wade in, Siobhan's mom, Siobhan is Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, once again. When Siobhan's beautiful mom took Dwayne Wade in to save him from the trouble that would have came to him in the city of Chicago when he was a young teenager, that was not her blood. That was not her blood son. The only thing she got out of it was a very valuable lesson on how not to help strangers. He grew up and he caters to his biological mom. And you might say, well, oh, honor thy mother and father. He's a devil, so he ain't honoring nobody. That's just maybe one thing that he might have did somewhat right. However, he still went no contact with the lady that had his back when his drug addict mother and his alcoholic woman-beaten father abandoned him and couldn't provide for him. He shows no love. He shows only disrespect to Siobhan and her mom. And he shows nothing but disrespect to his own son that he exploits and dresses up as a girl. I'm no fans of these people. And that's why you got to be careful. You're a fan of what? Hollyweird? That's what you're a fan of? You're a fan of that lifestyle? I wouldn't want to go to no basketball game and see Dwayne Wade because I would puke. I don't want to see that. But Sia Vaughn and her mom, they have a strong relationship with the Lord. And how I know that is Dwayne Wade sits on TV and continues to exploit her son, and nobody's put a bullet in him yet. I'm not approving of murder, but I do feel like if he ever was murdered, the person that murders him should get an insanity plea if they are not paid to do it. So for example, if Sia Vaughn went over there and killed Dwayne Wade, I think that's temporary insanity. This man has been prancing around with his new wife, Gabrielle Union, exploiting her son and dressing up that boy as a girl. And they started exploiting him and they started grooming him for this lifestyle when he was 3 years old. Remember, I'm here for real examples. So this is a real example of how bad it can go that you help one person. Go to my playlist and watch the Sia Vaughn Funches Wade playlist. I forgot what I named it, but it's in my playlist. And I have numerous videos there where she tells her story. The mom tells her story. However, that's why hell exists for these kind of people. And you know, on this channel, I don't do a lot of name dropping. So when I name drop, I ain't got no respect for you. I ain't got no respect for no man that takes his little boy and dresses him up like a woman and then marries a woman. I don't care how pretty Gabrielle Union used to be. And I say used to because the heart of her ain't right. She ain't serving no Lord that I serve. Because taking somebody else's son and exploiting him and dressing him up as a girl, that's one of the most cruelest things you can do. So I'm bringing up this example to show you this, y'all, to tell you this, so you can hear this. You hear my emotion in this video right now, right? It ain't no blessing. I just gave you a pure example of what can happen when you just help one fool or one demon. Dwayne Wade been a demon since he came here. That's point blank. He was here to cause disruption and harm. That's it. Everybody not no child of no Lord. Remember that. So imagine what you're going through when you bring 6 to 12 to 15 people in your home where you rent, where you are on the deed of trust. That's your mortgage. You're renting from there. All your name is on that paperwork. And then you bringing in these people, and none of these people are blood related to you. But the thing is, a lot of people are sitting ducks. I was just watching a video yesterday where a woman was just crying and begging and pleading for a desire to be hugged. And I'm looking at this video like, wow, this woman is a sitting duck. You can do anything with this woman. She's on a video saying if she don't get a hug or she don't get some intimacy, she claims she's been celibate for a long time. If she don't get a hug or she don't get some intimacy and she don't get the loving of a man, she just basically acting like she gonna click off this earth, y'all. And I'm watching this video like this woman, she has the most worst relationship with the Lord. And the lady that was doing the video was saying she needs love. No, she needs prayer. That's what she needs. I don't care how long it's been since you have not had an intimate partner. To get on a video and start crying for help, she needs to be crying out for the Lord. So the Lord can show her how blessed of a situation she might be in not having a partner. And if she is going to get a mate, this woman that's crying on this video, if she is going to get love, who's going to be attracted to somebody that's begging and pleading like that? unless she's going to attract a narcissist or a psychopath that's going to misuse her. If I was a man, I could do anything to this woman. I could take her money. I could manipulate her. I can abuse her. Because I know this. All I got to do is hug her. Because on the video, that's what she says she can't live without. So if I was a man, I could beat this lady's ass whenever I want to. Because I know when I whoop that ass, all I got to do is give her a hug. Because that's what she claims she's desperate for. You see how she's a targeted victim right there? She's a targeted victim. All on the internet crying. If I don't get a hug or I don't get some loving, I can't live on this earth no more. This is what this lady is saying. And so whomever that come across her, that ain't going to be no blessing. Because she was a sitting duck. She was vulnerable. She was begging. And she was disrespecting the Lord. Because she should be on that video begging for somebody to pray with her. And that's why a lot of people get so much bad luck and karma in their relationships, because they're so focused on they need some loving instead of they need some prayer. So she's skipping over the first step. The first step is she needs some prayer. She needs a lot of stuff. But I'm not here to like downgrade nobody and talk about I'm bad. But if I seen that video, or if you seen that video, I saw the video, so I apologize for that. If you seen that video, you would see a lot of what she needs. Health-wise, okay? We're talking about, that's why I'm on this bike right now. We got to try to minimize some of this obesity. I'm on this bike right now. I ain't got no breast hanging out. We got to watch how we dress. Maybe the man that she's looking for that maybe will hug her want a woman that got them breasts covered up, them big old breasts she got. Maybe she needs to show him that she want to work out and get on a bike to better her health. And we're talking about extreme morbid obesity. And it ain't in your genes. It's in your habits. Because that's how you was taught to eat. You was taught that you got to have 3 meals a day before you go to bed. All those lies you were told. When you actually, in all reality, might need just 1 snack a day. And that's it. But you were told that you got to eat 3 meals a day. You might have been taught you don't even need to drink water. Just eat food, girl. Eat food, man. So you got to remember, you are at a state of peace. When you're renting and you have your own place, you need to stop looking at that house like just because it ain't filled up with a bunch of people, you're not blessed. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're used like that. I'm seeing it happen in the universe right now. Remember, I tell y'all, when I give you these examples, I've seen it happen. It happened to me, or I know somebody it's happened to, or I've done my research and been creative enough to create an example that could be a real live example that anybody can go through that's actually a realistic example. Any example I give can happen in this universe. It's happened to somebody already. Sometimes it's happening to somebody that's listening to the video. I don't care if I only get a few views on a video. A lot of times the reason the person clicks into the video, or the universe or the Lord tells them to click into the video, is because it's happening to them right now and they need the help. Start protecting your house. Stop being a targeted victim. Stop being so friendly with people, letting them come over. That way you don't wake up one day and you got 6 to 15 people that's not even blood related to you in your house. Now you're under financial abuse. You got to take care of all these people because these are psychopaths and narcissists you done moved in. Then him or her go get their mama, they psychopathic ass mama and daddy, and move them in. It ain't no blessing. Don't put yourself in these situations because too many people have lost their properties. And too many people have lost their vehicles. Too many people have lost their mind in these situations. And these are things you cannot afford to lose, especially your mind. And there's nothing good coming out of it. Look at what Dwayne Wade did. When he grew up and got all of his riches, he helped the very drug addict mother that did nothing for him but abandoned him, that used drugs, that chose a drug life over taking care of her own son. So his ex-wife, mother, his ex-wife, Sia Vaughn, her mother got no good in the real sense of the word out of helping Dwayne Wade, except the lesson she learned of being careful who you help. That's the lesson that was learned for Sia Vaughn's mom. Sia Vaughn, of course, being Dwayne Wade's ex-wife. Zion's biological mother. Gabrielle Union ain't Zion's biological mom. So when you see that evil woman standing up there on stage, got that boy dressed up like that, like he a woman or a girl, that's somebody else's son she doing that shit to. That's a strong woman, because I couldn't do it. I better not click on a TV or a video and see one of my minors in the family dressed up like a transgender and some adult is exploiting them. You would definitely know I believed in the Lord if I'm patient enough and I showed enough willpower not to go over there and set it off. But look, this is just an example of the type of people that you're helping. It ain't no blessing. Most of the time, if it's not a blood relative, most of the time, or if you have not known these people a very, very long time, it ain't no blessing moving them in your house. It just ain't. You're taking on demonic energies that are going to cause you sickness, mental problems, health problems, and at the end of the day, they're going to abandon you and they're going to help their own blood family. Oh, and let me add this. The only reason they're around you in the first place is because you are a supply source, because you let them move in your house, because you let 6 to 12 to 15 people move in your house. Because if you wasn't letting them do that, they wouldn't pay you no mind. They wouldn't give you no attention. You're only being used. It ain't a blessing. I proved my case. Leave a comment if you like. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please leave a comment. Share your experiences. And that situation ain't no blessing. Like I said, case closed. I have nothing else to say on this video about this matter. And be careful. Don't let these people move in your house. Love yourself enough not to let any and everybody move in your house. Realize what supply is and how you will be financially, emotionally, and you will be filled with anxiety and stress. Just because of this, you're used to being in your house. You're used to the freedom in your house. When you first started dating this man or woman, it felt good to have them come in your house. It felt good to have a visitor. If you're a drinker, yeah, it might have felt good to have a drink with them. But now you got to provide for 6 to 12 of their relatives, including their elderly parents, and none of these people blood related to you. You're setting yourself up for a lot of misery. You're going to be miserable. Everybody that sees you in this situation will see your misery. They will feel your misery, and it ain't no blessing. Please like, share, and subscribe. I've been on this bike over 24 minutes, y'all. I love y'all so much. Please share this video. Bye.